Finals day at the Corona Open J-Bay. Straight down to business for live action. Tatiana Weston-Webb, backhand attack from her. Taking on Carissa Moore for a chance for a spot in the finals. And she's swinging hard on a really nice looking medium-sized wave. Ton of speed from Tati. Navigates some water off the bottom, a little slopey section here. She'll just be a little patient through to an inside. Maybe not loads on offer through there. Some decent work done, swinging out the... And it does, and she'll just let that go. Tatiana Weston-Webb will snaffle it up on the insides and go into down the line. Not really a bottom turn, just a line straight down the wave. Hammers the lip pretty hard. Unable to really get a completion through her lip line. Meanwhile, Carissa on the very next wave opens up. Big snap on the rail from Carissa. And now a tight wall on the inside of the bottom. Carissa Moore, really nice off the rail once again. So powerful, loads of control, and just eyeing up a section here into the lip. And she'll snap one will double up, and she'll get out of there. Carissa Moore opening up strong.
Yeah, great surfing from Carissa, and it's you know, when you see someone who's surfing just suits the style of wave that we're seeing at Supers, you think about Carissa. Opening calf from her, just so strong and stealthy as she looks down the line, gathers a lot of speed, burns a little bit of it off there at the bottom of the wave, swoops into that maneuver. Just so beautiful to see her board cut through this wave like a hot knife through butter. And then this wave kind of had that double up opportunity there. She opts to take that high line.
I'm just pulling from that experience and great guidance from the team here. I feel like I've got really good support here and at home, so I'm really enjoying the process and my process, and honestly just being back in my process feels really nice.
Well, let's check a replay right now.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, Tatiana had priority, and there was Carissa kind of crossing the line of Tatiana. I do think this is going to be an interference, but I don't want to speculate what the judges are going to call on it. But yeah, that pretty clear, pretty blatant when Tati did have priority for this wave. So super unfortunate to see it.
Drama early on in our second semi-final, an interference on Carissa Moore. You think about the letter of the law, interfering with the scoring potential. Well, basically, the wake off the back of Carissa's board wiped out Tatiana Weston-Webb. Slightly baffled look on her face, as if, what are you doing here? What's occurring? Really interesting stuff. Meanwhile, live action, Carissa Moore will have to dig really, really deep here. She got interference. She's got a decent looking wave, though, and pushing hard on a rail. And an uncharacteristic error from her. She'd be forgiven for feeling a little bit rattled right up against it here. She's got the 5-3-3 locked in.
Tatiana amasses more than 10 points. That's going to be game over for Carissa Moore. So we'll see if that happens. Let's see if Carissa can fight back and keep this within range for herself.
Well, we've seen all sorts happen in professional surfing. Getting over 10 points, relatively straightforward task. We've seen a lot of heats where, for whatever reason, it doesn't necessarily manifest. Meanwhile, Carissa Moore will just keep surfing. She'll want to go as close as she can towards that 10. So she'll want to put up a biggest number as possible. It's one of the top intricacies of professional surfing, surfer-on-surfer competition, particularly with the priority, isn't it? Quite often we're just seeing two individuals kind of surfing and getting scores and surfing against the criteria, but actually there are incidents as well where the interaction of the two athletes becomes really significant. It's exactly what's happened in this one. Quick hit for Tatiana Weston-Webb, and looking like she wanted to hang on to some priority, so she'll go back into the lineup.
Tati's really got to get the axe out and get above 10 points to push it out of the realm of possibility.
Cool heads required in this one for very different reasons. Tatiana Weston-Webb hits it really hard, gets the recovery, so much projection out of that maneuver, the momentum and the power of the wave, it just pushes her out of the flats. Doesn't get a second maneuver though, Rosie, so one quick hit from her. And looking for a number is Carissa Moore, trying to defend herself against Tatiana Weston-Webb, who has a big advantage in the fact that Carissa does have an interference and will just score on one wave, so she'll need to go as high as she can, post something close to a 10 as possible for the task to be made more difficult for Tatiana. Really nice hit from Carissa to finish.
It's definitely going to be something to ponder on as Carissa winding through this one. It's such a shame with that interference because her surfing is sizzling at the moment. This is such a cool wave to watch Carissa's brand of surfing on. The rail turns, I mean, it's unmatched from any surfer in the mix. I feel like on that forehand, the way that she's able to power through the different sections that J-Bay offers.
Getting a fall and going incomplete. Tatiana has gone into the lead with her last wave. It was just a 3-5. It was enough to get her ahead of Carissa's score of the 5-3-3. And here she is again on a pretty decent looking wave. Stands up here. She's pretty patient, just slicing back. And then calling for the ski. She realises not loads happening on the inside, but another decent chance of improving.
Right clear of that whitewater. I think she would have improved on her score. Tatiana on the wave behind her. That move right there, so cool from Tatiana. Really what we've come to expect on her backhand. Attacking the walls of J-Bay, staying compact, staying light on her feet and agile. This wave kind of fattens out through this inside section.
Which is exactly what you want to take out events and ultimately win titles. We're still 6.5 minutes away from there, and who's going to face her? Here goes Carissa Moore from wide. Good looking wave to open up for Carissa. Hits it off the rail, looking for 8-2-3 to get ahead of Tatiana. Meanwhile, out the back in live action, a little bit of soap on the face from Carissa's wave as we see Tatiana Weston-Webb driving high, snapping in the pocket. And again, very aware of where Carissa is, particularly aware of how crucial priority is, particularly the way this semi's gone down. And Tati opting to flick off and head back, get the P.
Breathe deep. She's capable of 8.2s and she's taking off right now.
Here goes Carissa Moore. She's found herself a wave, looking for an excellent number. Still the 8.23, that requirement. Whipping her first top turn. She's got the bit between the teeth here. A ton of speed down the line as well. Just snaps that turn. Oh, almost looked like she was going to pull in. We're pretty tight. We can't tell what's happening down the line, but that one obviously running away, and that's not going to be the number again. She's got 3 minutes to get herself back to the lineup and get a wave, Rosie. Hard to figure out exactly how that came about. Any real explanation she didn't see. Tati was fairly obvious who had priority. And the Brazilian Goofy will use it right now. Opening turn from her off the bottom with speed. She'll just slightly nurse that maneuver under the lip a little bit. And then dealing with a little lump in the face, kind of dig that rail in just to put herself back in the pocket. Now it sets up for her, and she's eyeing something down the line. She wants some speed to execute here. Nice vicious snap, gets that projection, amplitude in the turn, and crucially gets a completion too.
Yeah, one of my favorite waves from Tati in this heat so far.
Carissa Moore will need to go this just over 12 seconds as she stands up in the whitewater, and it's not been her heat for all sorts of reasons. And it's great news for Tatiana Weston-Webb, who makes the final. She'll also head to Tahiti in the top 5 for the women as well. And she gets a crucial win there over Carissa Moore.